So well done to the Chevrons.
Yeah, well done to the Chevrons. It was a much-needed win. We needed to qualify, having had that heartbreak in 2018. So this time the boys managed to rectify that heartbreak.
Oh yeah, definitely rectifying it with 100% record. That's quite phenomenal. They winning against all of the associates.
Yeah, 100% record. I think one thing I would commend maybe is the David Houghton effect. It might be early days, but it is the David Houghton effect. And the players, I could see they were expressing themselves more, because that's one thing David Houghton, when he took over the job, he said he wants his players to play with more freedom and with less fear. And with the betting lineup, the way the boys betted throughout this tournament, they were betting with no fear.
Oh yeah, one of the other things, particularly when we made 199 for 5, I think it must have been against the United States of America. I stand to be corrected on that one, where the batting order didn't necessarily have a 50 in there, but there were 20s and 30s, good contributions pretty much all the way down the batting order.
Yeah, that's very commendable. When you have everyone chipping in with runs, it means that everyone is contributing. Unlike when you only have one person scoring a chunk of runs, it means that something has changed since David Houghton has taken over the reins.
All right, one of the other important things was the fact that the dressing room clearly had been lost under Lalchand Rajput, and everybody seems to be playing for the jersey. But let's now ask the pertinent question. The journey is not quite over yet if we intend to continuously be going to World Cups of this nature, because yes, we've qualified for the World Cup, but when we do get to the World Cup, there's going to be a qualification phase to get into the group stage. What do you think we need to get done now in order to ensure that we achieve that goal and target?
I think we just need to keep working hard, as we have been working hard under David Houghton. Because before the tournament, David Houghton took the players on a camp where they were out of the public's eye, and it seems like it did wonders. So we also need to work hard, go in and make sure that we qualify, because qualifying into the group stage guarantees us that we qualify automatically in the next World Cup.
Oh yes,
the T20.
Oh yes, and talking about that, that qualification phase is going to be quite difficult, because you've got the likes of the Scotlands, the Irelands, and who knows, we might be even facing the likes of the Namibias as well, who beat us in a series 3-2. So that should be a little bit difficult. My concern, however, Brian, is the fact that we've got a number of players who are relatively young who aren't really stepping up to the plate, and notably so Wesley Madewere. I mean, he burst onto the scene with a couple of half centuries, went to Pakistan, did really well, but ever since then it has been a downhill trend. In particular with his batting, he hasn't been able to gain consistent form. Yes, others will argue that more recently he had a half century or so in the Afghanistan series, but in general his batting is no longer at the level at which we expected to be.
Maybe I think we gave him too much pressure to deliver at a young age, because usually when you're that age, usually there's supposed to be a lot of senior players where you're just adding more value to the team as a junior player. But now we're now looking for Wesley to play the big innings, to become the mainstay of the team, yet he's still learning the trade of the game. He's still young. He hasn't experienced top level cricket for many years. So I think that's what's creeping in now, that there was pressure which was put on him at an early age.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure for him, Milton Shumba. These are the youngsters that are breaking into the side. Even we know Tadiwana Shemarimani has been asked to open the batting, and at international level, opening the batting is such a key thing. But nonetheless, well done to the Chevrons, and we do hope that all of the things that we're talking about will be dealt with as quickly as possible.